Welcome to FastAccounts.io. An introduction to the assembly module in FastAccounts. In this video, we will discuss the assembly module allows you to create multiple finished goods within a single job and template. Let's first discuss the assembly templates. Log in and navigate to the Templates section under Assembly. You will see a list of previously created assembly templates. To create a new template, click the Add New button. Enter a name for the template. Now, enter the raw material factor. The raw material factor represents the total number of units of finished goods that will be selected in the next step. Later on in the video, further details will be provided on how the raw material factor is connected with the rest of the process. Let's start with an example. Mention 500 units in the RM factor. You can now select multiple finished goods within a single template. Enter the finished goods and their descriptions. If the multi-unit module is enabled, you can select the unit based on your requirements. Now, enter the percentage in the quantity finished percentage cell. This percentage will divide the number of units specified in the RM factor among each product. For example, assign 60% to the first product, 30% to the second, and 10% to the third. You will now see that 500 units have been distributed among the three products based on the entered percentages, and the quantity column has been updated with 300, 150, and 50 units, respectively. You can also specify the quantity directly instead of the quantity finished percentage, but ensure that the total quantity matches the RM factor. 500 in this example. Let's continue with the example with percentages. Whichever column you use, quantity finished percentage or quantity, the percentage cost of finished goods is calculated automatically. Let us remind you that the cost FI% column indicates that the total cost of raw materials used will be divided among the finished goods according to the ratio specified in this column. FastAccounts provides additional flexibility. If you prefer to manually divide the total cost among finished goods, you can select Manual in the cost percentage column. This option allows you to enter the cost percentages manually as needed. Next, select the raw materials and provide their descriptions. If the location module is enabled, specify the locations for the finished goods and raw materials. Enter either the per unit quantity or the total quantity required for each raw material. Similarly, you can select the non-stock and expense items used in the assembly of finished goods. Click Save and Close to save the template. Now, navigate to the Jobs section, where you will see the listed jobs. To create a new job, click the Add New button. Select the template, or you can manually enter the details as discussed in the Templates section. Now, if you adjust the raw material factor, the number of units you are producing, the quantities of both finished goods and raw materials will update accordingly. Continuing with the same example, where 500 units were initially set, you can update the job to 1,500 units. Enter 1,500 in the raw material factor, and the finished goods and raw material quantities will be automatically adjusted. However, if you modify the raw material quantities directly in the product columns, it will not affect the finished goods quantities. Additionally, if you adjust the finished goods quantity or percentage in the finished goods table, and the raw material quantity will remain unchanged. This means that raw material quantities will only update when the RM factor is modified. After adding the job, press Save and Close button to save the job. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video was helpful.